Hello and welcome back to another video. Sorry I've been gone for a few days, but I've just been getting in the way because like people on the internet stuff and they don't give you exact time. It's like, oh, we'll be here between like anywhere like 8 in the morning and like 9 at night or whatever. So it's like, well, I can't really start recording the video. Otherwise, if they come in and join it, it'll just be a pain in the butt. So yeah, just had to just wait for them. I forgot to turn my keyboard on. Also, I forgot to get the thing for blinking anyway. So I got looking at a mob farm in a block. So let's take a look at the guidebook. Just a simple one of these. Congratulations, you made the collecting mods a whole lot easier by adding. Welcome to the guide. Note if you lose this book, don't worry. You can just craft it again with a stone weight and a book. If you don't want all the details, it all starts with string and cobblestone to create your first net. So nets. 4 different nets. There's passive mob net for trapping overworld mobs that are passive. Hostile mob net for overworld for the trapping overworld monsters that would normally attack you. This includes Enderman. Hostile mob net never for yes, never and for trapping Enderman, shulkers, and dragon. So the recipes are just it's just like a stone rate is 4 cobblestone, so that's what I was talking about earlier. Passive mob net is stone rate and T for string. I guess you can't do S for both because that would be confusing, but yes, the stone weight in the center and string in the corners. Hostile, so that's just passive. Hostile is iron bar. I guess is that iron bar? It's supposed to be iron bars or iron ingots and stone. Never. Where B is iron bars and R is blaze rods. And is iron bars plus ender pills. So let me actually check that real quick. Is it iron bars or iron ingots? I know some people do call iron ingots iron bars because they play like too much Terraria. I think Terraria is the one. Anyway, so net. So yeah, yeah, it is iron bars and not iron ingots. I don't know why they made stone rates because it's just like 5 stone for an entire stack. So I don't know why they didn't just make you use cobblestone. Can you use these outside of just basic modnets? No, you can't. No. So literally, their only use is for the basic mob nets, and you get and to craft the guidebook, and you get an entire stack of them per craft. That's a bit silly. Just why not just use normal cobblestone? So let's get a net. Overworld and passive mob. So, and let's a shulker. Oh, there we go. throw them at them, and then you get a trapped mob. So Nether, that's a blaze. That works, and we got the overworld. So some wind. Oh, I'm getting out of here. And passive mobs. Let's just summon a cow. To give you meat and liver. And we have farms. So, like the nets, there are different types of farms based on the types of mobs you are farming. Passive mob farm for land, yeah, passive, passive mob. Oh, there's passive mob for land-based mobs trapped in a passive mob net, and then you have passive mob water mob farm, so for like squids and stuff. And you got uh, hostile mob farm overworld, hostile mob farm never, and hostile mob farm end. The recipes are wood slabs, hay, and R is for repeater, and C is comparator. So it's a lot. So it's just a mixture of some stuff. P is glass pane, W is water bucket, G is gravel block, and R is a repeater, and C is a comparator. B is iron bars, T is tinted glass, R is repeater, L is iron block, and C is comparator. So not super expensive. Iron bars, amethyst shards, and glass block. Iron bars, reinforced tinted glass. How do you get reinforced tinted glass? Water bucket, R is repeater, and C is comparator. That's reinforced tinted glass, which is iron bars, amethyst shards, and glass block. That's the overworld. So that's hostile overworld. Passive mob. Hostile overworld. So I think they've made a mistake here. I don't think this is hostile overworld. I think this is passive water, because that one has a water bucket in it. That one also has a water. Passive. Oh no, that's passive mob. Passive mob, so I'm guessing that's water. Overworld, hostile overworld. I guess it's like hostile overworld. So I guess it's literally just for drowns and guardians. Hostile never farm. Where B is iron bars, T is reinforced into glass, R is repeater, N is for never break, and C is comparator. Anti-teleport key, so this is for end mobs. Ender pill, reinforced into glass, iron bars, amethyst block, and C is an end crystal. Right. Oh, so that's for Enderman, and this is for hostile end creatures, which I guess no, that would be Enderman and Shulkers because they both teleport. And then well, that is just before the Ender Dragon, because the Ender Dragon is the only end mob that does not teleport. E Ender Pearl, A is an anti-teleport cage, and R repeater, C comparator. Go to cage. Anti-teleport cage. So we got one hostile mob for the overworld. Passive water, passive mob. Hostile water, hostile mob. Never. So I'm guessing the ant. Oh, what? Yeah, never. You place it down. And then you interact with your. Did that not work? Just a point? No. Wait, why is it? I think it did work. It just didn't look like it worked. Hold on. Hostile mob farm never. It does not look like it works at all. But I don't have it. Oh, wait. Did it change? This one it changed. Oh wait, there's a tiny blaze in there. Yeah, that's working, I guess. And then we have hostile overworld. Which... Oh yeah, there it is. There's a tiny vindicator in there. I guess they get bigger than when they get to their full size, and then you get the loot from them. So cow, we see a tiny cow in there. Yeah, tiny cow. So what's the point in the anti? I guess the anti-teleport cage is just there, just to make the hostile mob farms more expensive. Yeah. Okay. Well. I don't know. Yeah, they seem to be working. So I guess after a bit they just drop their loot. Yeah, it does have upgrades. So you have speed upgrade. So normal speed it takes 5 minutes, speed 1 2.5, speed 2 75 seconds, and speed 3 25 seconds. Got looting, which has 3 levels and increases the amount of loot you get. Auto harvest, upgrade automatically harvest the mobs when grown. Note items must be hopped out of the farm. Player kill, upgrade that gives the chance for the mob will drop player kill only items when harvested, including XP bottles. All upgrades start with a blank upgrade, and higher level upgrades require the previous tier upgrade to craft. I'm just going to check these upgrades out in the crafting table because it's just easier for me to understand. Anyway, upgrade. So here we are. So auto harvest is 4 hoppers, 2 repeaters, comparator, observer, and a blank upgrade. Which a blank upgrade is farms, copper wire, gold wire, redstone block, and 2 iron ingots. Hold on. Wire. So gold wire is 5 gold nuggets, and copper wire is a copper ingot. So looting tier 1 is 4 lapis, 2 iron blocks, gold blocks, paper. Tier 2 is base. The lapis is now lapis. Two lapis blocks on the bottom. The paper is now a book, and the gold block is a diamond block, and looting tier 3 is 4 lapis blocks, 2 diamonds, bookshelf, and netherite ingot. Player kill upgrade is 4 iron swords, 3 gold swords, diamond sword, and upgrade. Speed tier 1 is 4 redstone, 2 iron, gold, and sugar. Speed 2 is 2 gold, diamond, swiftness, redstone dust, redstone blocks, and then that's just 4 redstone blocks, 2 diamond blocks, netherite ingot, and potion of swiftness. So, yeah, not super expensive. Some of the max ones are a bit expensive. So, I guess this is fully done now. How do you harvest it? When it's done? Does it not say when it's done? It didn't say how to harvest the farms when they were done. Yeah, it doesn't tell you how to harvest them. Oh, there you go. Yeah, you just interact with it when it's done. There is no indication of when it's done. You just have to hope that when you interact with it, it is done. So if I just smack this with these, you can see them, the bottom bit here changing. Which is a nice little visual effect, so you know what upgrades each one has. You didn't even drop anything, I don't think. I guess that's because they don't drop anything if it's not a player kill. They got some 2 leather and 2 meat from the cow. Again, nothing from the shulker because I guess it doesn't count as a player kill, so it didn't give me anything. You can see how much faster they are growing. But you do now have to hop out of. Well, I didn't mean to do that. Whatever. Actually, I should cherish it. Vindicator. Hostile mob overworld. Vindicator. Boom. Boom. And we get Hopper. And just stick them on the bottom of each. Oh, come on. Seriously? And then you just get a chest. There we go. Yeah, you can see there, you get shulker, shells, and XP. Yeah, so you can get the out of this. Yeah, there we go. So, my review of this add-on is kind. My opinion of this add-on it is cool. Like, if you don't know how to make mob farms, then it's definitely useful. And it's not too cheap in my opinion. But it does kind of fall short, in my opinion, compared to the other one. Hold on. I need to get the thumbnail so I can put it onto the add-on rankings. So I've got to do that before I started recording. But I can't remember the name of the add-on. But there's this off the top of my head. I think this is just called Spawners add-on that I did a review of, where you have to fill up this. I can't remember what it's called, but it's like a soul gem or whatever, where you just fill it up with hostile or passive mobs, and you slot it into a spawner, and then depending on the tier of the spawner and the gem, it's you can give it. What was? Oh god, yeah. Was it mob factories? A B C D E F G H. I'm looking for the thumbnail of this add-on. I've already forgotten what the name of the add-on is. Here we go. Yeah, mob farms in the block. That's what this add-on's called. Anyway, so, so basically, and then you could have and then you had like multiple tiers. So like, the lower tiers like dirt and iron wouldn't take as many like cap. Oh, I don't have the add-on rankings open. Add-on rankings. Why is it open down here? And of course, it just looks great. And this is sticking out. What are you gonna do? Oh, why are you not behaving? And it crashed. Great. Things are not going well for me. Paint 3D does not want to go. No, it's not closed. Why can't I? Hold on, I'll be back in a minute. Yeah, so this is the add-on I was talking about, the spawners add-on. No, it might. So basically, you'd make the spawner and like the soul gem, you put the soul gem in the spawner, and then it would, like a normal vanilla spawner, would spawn those mobs. Unlike this, where unlike this one, where it just gives you the items. And this it's a bit of give and take here, because I personally prefer this method, because it still means this one, because it still means you still have to build the a killing chamber and everything. So the mob, the main like meat and potatoes of the mob farm itself, it just makes farming specific mobs like wither skeletons and some bosses like the wardens, And I don't know. I've not tried ender dragons, but I doubt you'd want to do this with ender dragons. Or withers. I haven't tried withers either. Um, it just makes doing that a lot easier. And some mobs like creepers to get gunpowder, because creeper farms aren't very good on Bedrock. Mind you, I think they have gotten better recently. But yeah, and obviously like the cheaper you can get super cheap ones that aren't very fast, but if you don't need a ton of them, then it's you know, good enough. And also you can use and you can also use like the lower tiers to help you get to the higher tiers, because you just like you have a lower tier mob cage where it's like a bunch of where you get like some pigs or something, and you use that to fill up a level 2 soul gem to get to the next tier and then you replace that with that farm with the next tier, and then you just like do that to help you progress. Uh, and when you start off, you're slower than the normal spawner, but when you end, you're much faster. Which by the end of this add-on, you're going to be generating mobs faster than at the end of this add-on. I think this one to get to the end of that one, I don't think it's. I can't remember off the top of my head, but I don't think it's super expensive. I think they're about. I think it is more expensive than this one, but at the end, but not like uh, needing like entire blocks of netherite level of expensive. And this one just kind of feels like you're just making them to not be able not to have to make the mob farms. Where this one, it just it feels like you'd use it to making those mob farms for those particular mobs easier. Um, so yeah, and also this one doesn't require you to craft different types of spawners for like water mobs or anything. You just have to just build a different type of killing chamber. So because this one's on the border of highly recommended, I'm gonna put this one on the border of you. Should I put it on the border of you should consider? I feel like it's a little bit better than that, maybe. Mm. Yeah, I'm gonna put it on the border of you should consider, because for a couple of reasons. Firstly, um, it's uh, it's not super. It doesn't. It's not like super fun to look at the mob farms actually going. It's just kind of they get bigger, 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 and then they pop, and then you get the items, and they're tiny again, which isn't as entertaining as just like watching a bunch of mobs get go into a grinder. And I just really prefer the upgrade path in spawners, because like I said, you can make a low tier one and you can use that lower tier one to help you get higher tiers. So I feel like the upgrade path is more um rewarding, because it's more like connected to actually making the spawners, where this one it's just entirely disconnected. Like if you have a maxed out spawner, it's not really gonna help you in upgrading or making any other spawners. So it's just like it's kind of just like a dead end, really. If you get what I'm saying. Um, but it is useful. But yeah, prefer. I just really prefer this one. Like I can see why someone would want to do that, because maybe they just don't want to make the killing chambers. But if you want to generate as much loot as with this one, then it's a lot more of a time and resource. It's a lot more time and resource intensive, because this one you can get lots of mobs really quickly with this one. Um, Where with this one, you can't really generate them all that quickly. So it's kind of just like, you know, not really as fast. But yeah, anyway, hope you guys all did enjoy this video. Hope to see you guys in the next video, and bye-bye.